All right, now you have finished weaving. You've woven tightly. You've made sure you've pushed this down as you've worked, and you've gotten all the way up here to the top horizontal lines of the loom. And you would just cut off your last string wherever you ended, and you're ready to learn how to hide all these tails, as we call them. All right, so what's happened is you've got like one string that overlapped another string, and these have to be hidden to the inside of the loom. So you're going to need to switch out the needle we've been using to weave, this one here, and you're going to trade it in for a smaller metal needle. Okay, now all of these needles have a blunt tip, see, because we're not trying to sew, remember, we're weaving. So we need to hide in, say, let's pick one. We're going to hide in, I'll take this blue one right here through. All right, so this blue one needs to hide through the middle. Now, what exactly is the middle? Well, the middle is where this white string is passing all the way through. Remember the bones? They're up inside. We can't see them, but we know they're in there. All right. This is extremely short, and for some of you, they may be really short, like even shorter than this one, because you didn't leave it long enough. If that's the case, what you'll need to do is back the yarn back out, unweave it basically, okay? So you can make it a little longer. What I usually do is find the string that needs to be hidden and say, okay, it's blue, so I want to hide it inside of blue, because if it's blue within blue, we won't notice it. It'll be camouflaged. This is the center, so I wiggle my needle back and forth, left and right, till I get to the end here. I can tell it's in the middle because it's following the white string, and it's not even threaded yet. Well, I didn't thread it because the thread is short. So I'm going to pass the thread through like we always do after I push the needle in. So I push the needle in first, then I thread it, then I pull it through. All right, so now it's tucked in and hidden. You'll need a pair of scissors nearby so that you can now trim that off. So you'll have a little trash pile of pieces of yarn you've cut off. All right, next one to go is this one. So here's the white string. I'm going to pass this needle through just like one of the white strings. And I'm going to take this blue, turquoise I should say. I'm going to load it onto the needle, and then I'm going to pull it through. And once I do that, then I'm going to take these scissors and cut it off close, but don't cut your weaving. All right, now to hide the lavender one, I'm going to have to move upward because the piece ended here and pink is below. So I'm just going to find the closest white string. I'm going to make sure I'm up through the center with a white string. I'm going to again load the needle with the thread or the yarn, and you're going to pull that through. And again, you're going to cut it. So now I've shown you 3 times what you do, except the problem is you've got to do every one of these on this side. And you've got to do every one on this side. Some of you will have more, some of you have less. It just depends on how often you switch your colors. Now, one thing students always get confused about is here is the first string and here is the last string. Well, where am I supposed to hide those? Well, all you're going to do is just go down with it, just like all the other times. And you'll load your needle and pull it through. You obviously couldn't go the other way, could you? Whoops. Okay. So, once you get all of this hidden through the middle and all of this cut, these will go in the trash. You'll turn this needle back in. All of these will be hidden, and it will be time to do your drawstring.